Hey, I'm Chef Josh, and this week at camp we're going to be focusing on snacks or mini meals. Now, your normal meals, you've got your 4 portions of a balanced plate, your fruits, your grains, your proteins, and your vegetables. But today for a snack, we're going to try to focus on just 2 of those at a time. The snack we're going to make is bruschetta. It's a great way to use some things you've got around your kitchen: bread, tomatoes. We'll add some pesto to it, and then a couple of our own ingredients to spice it up a little bit. To start with, we're going to need a bread. That's going to serve as the base to our bruschetta. Something that's got not too big of air pockets in it usually works a little nicer because it's able to hold the tomato base we're going to put on top of it later. So we've got an oven heated to about 400 degrees here, and I just put a little bit of Pam spray on each side of this to give them some oil so they can get nice and toasty. We can just lay them right on the rack here. And we'll give them about 5 minutes. They should toast up nicely. To get started on the tomato portion of our bruschetta, we'll grab, of course, tomato. Before we used a serrated knife on the bread, and you could use this again on the tomato if your knife at home isn't the sharpest. But if you've got a good sharp knife, a lot of times it's easier just to use that. Now, all these seeds in here are going to create a lot of moisture, which is alright, but if you've got the time and the patience, like I do here today, we're going to go ahead and actually remove these seeds from the tomato. So now that we've got our tomatoes cut open, de-seeded, we're going to go ahead and start cutting them into little cubes to make our topping out of. Go in the opposite direction, and we're going for something right about 1 centimeter, maybe a little 1/2-inch cubes. So we've got our tomatoes diced here. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit of pesto to them. But for simplicity today, we just added maybe a tablespoon to 2 tomatoes worth of tomatoes, and we'll give that a quick little mix up. Now we've got our bread. Let me pull it out of the oven here. Go ahead and we will top each one with some of our tomatoes here. So we've got our tomato on our toast, and now we get to be a little bit creative. So I've got a plate here. Go ahead and transfer some of these guys over. With these tomatoes over here, we're going to add a little basil leaf or 2. And this is just something I like to do. If you have another herb you like, you can go for that. And then the piece I actually like more, cut a little bit of Parmesan onto them. Go ahead and lay those out on here. And honestly, with these, you add as much or as little as you like. Other than that, there's our bruschetta all set. So that's our snack or mini meal for the day, full of flavors of the North Carolina summer. Your basil, your tomatoes there. We'll be making the same bruschetta in class this week, and we might even get to make some of our own pesto.